Drink a beer? This is Stone Cold Steve Austin. When I'm not listening to Certified Apes, you know I'm stunning the shit out of people. Enjoy the show. The Texas Rattlesnake himself dropping an intro. What up? Uncle Matt, what's up?
What's going on, guys?
Coyote Kev, a.k.a. the Yote.
Checking in. What's going on?
Nothing. Well, why do we call you the Yote now? A, because you wanted to be.
I didn't want to be the Yote.
You said you wanted to be the Yote.
I didn't say I wanted to be the Yote.
No one told me this.
Nobody's the Yote other than the Coyote himself.
That fucking idiot Coyote Peterson.
What
Matt,
did he say? What did he say?
Matt, do you know who that is?
Searing pain.
Yeah, searing pain. We'll get to that a little bit later. The Yote, you went to a store recently. Where'd you go?
I went to the gun range.
Oh,
Matt's getting hard on.
Yeah, Matt's jerking his chicken right now.
What did you buy?
He's making jerked chicken in his pants.
I purchased the Daniel Defense DD-M4 V7. Let me post that link that I posted earlier. Matt, let me post it again.
How much did it set you back, big dog?
Don't worry about it. I got a pretty good deal. Nice little package out the door. All for under retail price.
Oh, dude, there's nothing better than coming home with a new gun. Nothing.
It's a pretty good feeling.
Dude, it's a good feeling, dude.
I've never purchased a rifle before, right? I've purchased multiple handguns. I sold most of them because I didn't like them, and I kept one, which the only one that I have right now is a SIG 226, which is an incredible handgun for anybody who's looking for one. But yeah, this is my first rifle, so I'm interested in it. It'll be fun to go shoot with. It'll be fun to go shoot with our brother Rick Pat. That's kind of where I'm going with this whole thing.
Are you going to buy an optic?
Yeah, I saw your optic. I'm not going to be dropping nearly that much on it. Mostly because I don't like that one in Tarkov, not going to lie. I don't do well with the EOTech Voodoo. It's a sweet looking scope, but I don't do well with it. So,
well, I mean, maybe you're not like a real gamer, though, either.
It could be. Could be. But I do well with the Burris Tech 30. So that is what I'm going to be pursuing.
I have a question. Is not a real gamer? Is that an attempt at a put down? Because that's the fucking lamest put down of all time.
It was a joke, you fucking retard.
Yeah, you're an idiot.
Yeah, calm down, Pat.
Yeah, I'm an idiot on these subjects. Yes, guns and video games.
Pull your cock out of the beehive, will you?
Good one.
Yeah, it was pretty good.
There's no cricket sound.
We were talking about the Yote.
Oh, yeah. That is a good-looking rifle.
Thank you. Yeah, thank you. I designed it, put it together myself, built the whole thing from scratch. I milled it from aluminum. You know, I've been known as quite the machinist in my day. I don't mean to brag or anything.
Says who?
Says everyone. I'm a great machinist.
What size bullet does that shoot?
I've never machined anything in my life. 5.56 and 223. Yes.
I would assume a 5.56 is bigger than a 223.
I think slightly, but the difference is not very much at all.
Oh, really?
I think 223 is just like a little bit lower powered. Right, Matt? Is
yeah,
that right?
Yeah, 5.56 is just the NATO round that all the countries use, pretty much.
Yeah. 223 is a little cheaper, but the guy gave me a good deal on some 5.56 ammo. So I got out of there the whole thing for under that retail price there.
Oh, yeah.
I'll tell you that much.
I didn't open the link. What's the retail price?
17.
17.
Oh, my God.
I said under. I got an extra mag out of that, too. I also got the Daniel Defense sights thrown in. So I just got the iron sights. That's what Rick said would be best for me, just to learn on it first, and then I can add like a scope or whatever I want to a little bit later. I also got an extra 32 round mag and box of ammo for a decent amount under that retail price there, I would say. With tax.
Is there tax? Yeah.
Yeah.
No, the tax was in there as well.
So. What kind of muzzle device did you get on it?
Nothing, just the stock Daniel device flash hider.
Now, what kind of paperwork or anything like that did you have to fill out?
Well, so when I first went there, he said, well, if you're thinking about buying a rifle today, he was the manager there, and he said, I'll give you the employee discount. He's like, but if you're going to do it, he's like, we need to just at least get the background check going. And then when I started pulling out my ID, he saw that I was a CCW holder. He's like, oh, then you don't need a background check because I have a CCW, which is your concealed carry permit. And he said that the government runs a background check on you like once a week anyway, whether or not you submit to it or not, if you have a CCW in Ohio. So basically, I didn't need to run a background check. But he did. I mean, you have to fill out the paperwork, which is just, your address, your name, your date of birth, and then you fill out just a couple, basically, it's like 10 questions or something. That, have you ever committed a felony? No. Were you like dishonorably discharged from the military? No. Are you mentally deficient? No. What was another one? Have you ever been convicted of domestic assault, or do you have any charges like against you right now? No. And obviously, if you lie on that, that's a felony, right, Matt? I believe
Yep.
it's a felony. It's a felony to lie on that.
Yep.
So there's a decent amount of questions, but yes, if you're somebody like me who has no criminal record, you've never done anything bad in the past, you can 100% walk into a gun and walk out with a functioning, as they call them, assault rifle, right? I mean, it's not fully automatic, but you can. If you're somebody who wanted to cause harm to others, it would definitely be pretty easy to pick this thing up and just start shooting like crazy, right? So yes, I do think that the background checks and the whole process is a little easy because I was able to walk in there and be out in under an hour purchasing this thing, easily under an hour. It was probably half an hour. So I do think, but that is also because I didn't have to wait around for my background check to go through because I have a CCW, which basically if you have a CCW, you're already on the government list. Like you're well known.
What if you had like a fake ID with like a CCW thing on there?
They would know because like. Well, I guess I don't know at that point. I guess you could try to fake it.
Because I'm saying, like, he's just like looked at your license and said, "Oh, never mind."
Well, yeah, he looked at my CCW that I had. I mean,
I
so
think
I don't know.
It's a thing on your license, or like
No.
No, it's a
It's a whole
separate.
separate card.
Oh, okay.
It's a whole separate card. Yeah, but I don't know.
It would be really hard to fake a CCW license.
Maybe. It's not like they look particularly like good.
No, I still think it would be.
Maybe yours.
Is there like
maybe
a database
Matt,
that you can check it against or anything?
Matt,
like
you
that?
have one, right? Well, here's the thing. If you have a CCW, every time you get pulled over by a police officer, they know immediately. Like it pops up that you have a CCW, and you have to disclose to them that you have your concealed carry permit, whether or not you even have a gun in the car. You have to immediately disclose to that officer, I have my CCW, but no, I don't have. Like every time, I know I've been pulled over twice for my tinted windows, and I've never gotten a ticket for them. But every time I get pulled over, I have to say, I have a CCW. I do not have any weapons in the vehicle. Like just giving you a heads up, and they immediately relax, and they're like, okay. But yeah, they know walking up to your car that you have it, so you better disclose it, or else you're going to jail.
Actually, though, they always don't know if you have one or not through running your license plate.
That's what they said to me when I took the class, so that's the way I treat it. Yeah, that's the way I treat it. So I don't know. I'm not a police officer. I just try to be as respectful as possible because I don't want no trouble, as Jackie Chan would say.
Yeah, dude, this gun is hot though. Woo.
Yeah, I was pretty excited, man.
Oh,
Rick didn't want me to walk out of there purchasing anything because he's like, let me show you the gun that because we have a cousin Jason who Rick bought his AR off of. He's like, he could build you an AR that's just as good as that one for like $1,000 cheaper. And I was like, I don't doubt it, but this one's here. It's put together. I did my research. Everybody says
Uncle Kev can't wait.
Well, no, but maybe Matt can attest to this. Everybody says Daniel Defense is top of the line. That this is a very, very good AR. Like,
yeah,
if you have the money to get it, you should get it. Is basically what they said. Every review I saw, 5 stars across the board. So I said, you know what? I have the money to get it. I'm getting it.
Now your next purchase should be an AR pistol.
Yeah, I will be looking at one of those. They are pretty cool.
Oh, they're dope.
See, you know what I was looking at, and I don't understand the price. Maybe you can help me out here, Matt. The Sig Rattler. You ever heard of that?
Yep.
It's the 300 blackout, like kind of AR pistol sort of thing.
Yeah.
They're like over $2,000.
Yeah, dude, my AR pistol was $2,000.
I will not pay that much. AR pistols you can get for cheaper, though. I know that. I know you can get those for fairly inexpensive, right?
Well, yeah, you can, but mine was more money too because it came with an AR pistol brace already. Like most of them that you buy won't have any brace on them at all.
Well, that's the thing. I'll probably, for the AR pistol, if I do get one, I will probably build that one on my own once I understand the rifle better after having this. You know what I mean? Like I bought one that was built for me. It's
I
good
just
to go.
like it because you could have it loaded in your vehicle.
Yeah, that is cool. So now here's the question: can you have like one of these rifles loaded in your vehicle if you have a
No.
CCW?
No.
So you have to have the rifle in the trunk and the ammo like up front.
Yep, separated.
Okay, I didn't know that. That's good to know.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, some states you could have a loaded rifle. Ohio's not one of them.
But now, what about open carry though?
I mean, open carry you can.
So now it's not considered open carry in your car, right? So explain that to me. So I guess to open carry, as soon as you get out of the car, you pick your rifle up, you walk to the trunk, you get your magazines out of the trunk,
Yeah.
you put those in there, and then you're good to go, walk around with it.
Yep.
But you can't have them together in your car.
Nope.
That's funny. Okay, good to know.
Because I mean, you guys know, obviously, like, you do lose some rights when you drive a vehicle. Because I mean, driving's not a right; it's a privilege. So
well, but it's also considered your own private domicile when you're in that vehicle.
I agree. But I mean, I'm just saying, like, you do lose a few rights when you drive a vehicle.
Yeah, on public roads. Yes.
Yeah.
But yeah, that vehicle is considered part of your home, isn't it? I believe inside that vehicle is basically considered part of your home, like law-wise. That's why they're coming right for us. That's what you got to scream before you start shooting.
Yeah.
When you're in your car.
We want to thank you for listening to Gun Talk.
That's
we'll be right back after
a
message from our local sponsor. Keep it locked and loaded, fellas. All right. Yeah.
Hey, you're the one that asked about it, Pat.
I know. No, I'm fucking around.
No, but and Pat doesn't know the feeling of buying one, and like it's a good feeling to like.
That's because my dick works and I can achieve a boner without any problem. So
not all of us are that lucky, right, man?
Yeah, I could tell.
That's right. States rights.
That's right, states rights.
That's right, states. I can't, dude. When we're just talking like throughout the day, and like I'll say that's right, I always throw states rights, and after that, I just can't not do it anymore.
Don't tread on me, brother.
That's right. Don't tread on me.
Come and take them.
That's right. States rights. So what was your story, Pat? So you were
nothing.
Sarcastically saying?
Let's just get into that kid who was murdered in Georgia.
Okay.
It'll come off of that, but yeah. So I'm sure everybody saw the video this week, even though it happened back in February.
Let's say his name. What is it? Ahmaud Arbery?
Yeah.
25 years old, just jogging.
Yep. 2 men have been arrested and charged with the murder and aggravated assault for the February shooting of 25-year-old Ahmaud Arbery, according to the Georgia Bureau of Investigation. Gregory Michael, 64, and his son, Natural. These fucking retards always travel in packs. Travis McMichael, 34, arrested on Thursday evening and booked into the Glynn County Jail. Based on our involvement in this case, within 36 hours, we secured warrants. That speaks volumes for itself to the probable cause of this case, said GBI's director, Vic Reynolds. Only after a video was released. Thank Christ their stupid-ass friend was recording this shit, because otherwise these fucking cocksucking idiots would have got off scot-free.
A couple of mix, sounds like.
Yeah, stupid fucking mix. Look, dude, if you're black, what are you doing in the South? They don't want you down there. Just move to a better place, because it's fucked up.
Yeah, this guy was guilty of being black in the South.
Going for a jog. I mean, okay.
Being black in Georgia, that's what he was guilty of.
The thing they said, it was like they suspected him of burglary or whatever.
Yeah, but it's not their job to go fucking...
Also, yeah, okay.
Yeah, assault him in the middle of the street.
And also, when is the penalty for burglary murder?
It's not never, but yeah, they assaulted him in the street and then they killed him. That's what happened.
Well, yeah, and then they're like, oh, we felt threatened. And then, okay, for a confrontation you started, you all of a sudden feel threatened when there's 2 of you versus 1 of him.
And you guys have guns.
Bitch. Yeah. God, I hate these people. They should be fucking executed.
They should be.
They 100%.
Fucking stupid hillbillies.
I mean, they should though, don't you? What do you think, Matt? Should they be? They killed this guy.
Oh no. There's no doubt about it.
Cold-blooded murder. They should be put to death.
Absolutely.
Yeah. This is horrible. I feel
so
bad
when I was talking, my point,
real quick though, and like these are the stories that give like gun owners a bad name.
Oh yeah, it's the ones that give them a horrible name. Yeah,
I've always said this, like, dude, you can.
Because this guy was a former police officer, right?
Well, I don't know if I didn't.
No, I thought he was
He was something
involved with like let me see here. I'm just looking at the picture. The fucking cunts. I fucking hate them.
He was he was something. What were you gonna say, Matt?
My whole point was though, like,
oh yeah, a Glynn County police officer and investigator with Brunswick's district attorney's office.
He was a police officer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just saying though, there's like the news loves stories like this though. They
do.
They really do. Like, you can even look it up, dude. There's so many good CCW stories that happen all the time that the news never reports on. They just don't. And then stuff like this, which obviously this was 100% wrong, but like, I'm sure this has gotten fucking 1 million views by now.
Well, yeah. I mean, I agree with you there, and I don't know. I don't know why that is. I mean, because people have their own agendas, obviously.
Yeah, I'm just saying, but like, people see this and be like, "Oh God, guns! Get rid of them all! This is terrible!" Like,
I mean, but here's the thing. To me, I don't know. Maybe Patrick's different about this. They could have just as easily had a knife or two here and got out of the car and stabbed it. Two of them versus one. They could have stabbed him to death. While he's engaged with one of them, the guy could have came up behind him and cut his throat.
Dude,
I think he could have just ran away.
Car. They could have ran over with a car. I mean,
I don't know.
Yeah. I don't think that. To me, I don't think the gun is the biggest problem here. The biggest problem here is fucking racism and people thinking that they have the right to just go arrest somebody who's jogging down the street while being black. That's the problem here.
Yeah.
I think it's just it's easy to kill someone with a gun. It's so easy.
Yeah, it is. 100%.
At least with a knife, there's like a little effort. I mean, I don't know, but like my point was like, so basically your choices are walk around strapped all the time or move to Canada. Those are your two choices. Like especially if you're black.
I'll choose walk around strapped.
I mean, I would like to move to Canada, but as of right now, that's not a feasible option for me. I still don't walk around strapped. I mean, I have a pistol, but I never carry it. I probably should, but I'm also not black, so I don't really have these problems. That's unfortunate. That is the unfortunate reality.
It's just these people they think they're in the Wild West.
Well, I mean, also that, but we're not black, so we don't really have to worry about this as much.
No, I know, but I'm just saying.
It is fucked up to say, but it's the truth.
No, it for sure. I mean, I mean,
we're not here to sugarcoat anything on this podcast. It's the truth. I'm white. I really don't have to worry about this shit.
Yeah.
And that's fucked up.
Especially if you're in Georgia.
Well, yeah, if I was in Georgia, I'd be like a king there, right? Maybe not. You're from the north. Get out of here, you fucking Yank. But you're American, too. We're not Yanks.
And but I just can't believe that, like, without this video, these guys, like, nothing would have ever happened.
Yeah, no, they would have probably got away free. I mean, it's been a month since this happened.
How did the video come out, I wonder?
I don't know. Maybe the guy who recorded it, their friend or whatever, was actually like, this is fucked up. But also,
like, okay, so if you get to that site and you're like a cop or whatever, and you're like, and those two assholes say, oh, he charged us. I'd be like, well,
sounds right. He's a black guy.
No, but I would just be like, well, he didn't have a weapon.
Yeah, that's the thing. So you're at least in Ohio. I don't know how it is in Georgia. You're not allowed to escalate the violence, right? If somebody comes at you with a knife, you're technically not allowed to just pull your gun out and shoot them, right? You're not allowed to. There's no escalation of violence that's allowed. You're still going to probably get prison time if you shoot somebody, even if they're coming at you with a knife, for the most part. And I mean, unless I misunderstand it, Matt, but it gets real dicey in Ohio when it comes to that.
I don't.
You're not allowed to up the level of the level of violence.
Yeah, but I mean, then really, what's the point of having a CCW?
That was kind of the point that they were telling us in the class when I took it.
But see, that's the thing.
That was years ago. I don't know if they've changed it.
I mean, they say you should only pull out your gun if you're going to shoot somebody. But again, dude, like, let's be honest, though. If someone pulls out a knife on you and you have a CCW and shoot them, dude, what jury's going to rule against you?
And then, that's the thing. They may not, because it is a jury of your peers. But according to the law, you're in the wrong there, because you're not allowed to escalate the level of violence. So if somebody comes at you with a butter knife or whatever, you're not allowed to pull your gun out and shoot them, even though they could technically kill you with that butter knife.
Well, I'll tell you now, I'm shooting.
Yeah, I agree.
I mean, dude, like I said.
What's the saying, Matt?
Dude,
better to be judged by 12 than carried by 6.
It's the truth.
So question. So like, all right, you're being like
That's so funny.
an asshole at like a place or whatever, and some guy
Yeah.
like starts shoving you. You just
Okay.
shoot him or
You
what?
can't.
No,
That you're not allowed. You will go to jail for that. 100%. Now the knife may be. All right, the knife may be a little bit closer
Yeah.
because the knife is lethal. It can 100% be lethal, right?
Yeah.
But it is still. They can still. There's some gray there. But yeah, no. If somebody just punches you, you're not allowed to pull your weapon out and shoot them unless it's like 5 people jumping on you and beating the shit out of you, where you are 100% in fear for your life. Like that's when you could probably pull your gun out because at that
I don't
point,
know. Like, remember
your life
a
is being
couple years
threatened.
ago that it was like a gas station, like somewhere, and this guy walked up to this woman who was in a car and was saying something, and the guy and her husband or boyfriend or whatever was inside, and he came out and he like pushed the guy away from the car, like get away, like he was like harassing the woman. And the guy pulled out a gun, and the black dude was like, no, please, please, and then he just fucking shot him.
Yeah, I remember that.
And then I don't think anything happened to that guy.
I think something did happen to that guy.
Yeah, I mean, the gray area is though, dude. You can just always say I feared for my life.
Yeah, that's the thing.
It's such bullshit.
It is bullshit, 100%.
Like it's my fault. You're a pussy.
No, but see, like I totally disagree with that though. But like the guys that go around and just fuck with people for no reason, like, dude. I mean, I'm just saying, if you're just walking through a store and some guy starts pushing you, then beating on you, like, dude, fuck him.
Yeah, I agree.
If you're minding your own business and you're not doing anything,
but I remember the case that Pat was talking about, and obviously that guy was not minding his own business because he was over there like harassing the people in their car, and the guy got out of the car and came over and shoved him and said, what the fuck are you doing? And then that guy just pulled out his gun and he like shot him cold blood right there. I remember that. He was some old white dude with a beard, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what do you have to do? You just have to beat the piss out of him so he doesn't grab his gun? Is that what you have to do?
Yeah, I guess. Yeah.
I mean, what the fuck? I mean, you don't know that guy's carrying a gun like that. And then even when he did, he pulled it out, and the guy like put up his hands like, no, and then he still fucking shot him.
Well, yeah. I mean, once again, guilty of being black.
Look, I would rather be punched in the face or stabbed than shot. I'm sorry.
Like, dude, I've always said this about CCWs, for example. Like, I shoot my gun a lot. I go to the range, but you're practicing for a skill you'll never be perfect in, and a skill that you never want to use. Like, dude, no, like legit CCW holder wants to shoot somebody. They don't. Like, that's not,
Yeah,
like
you do, Matt. Come on.
No, I honestly don't. I hope I never have to because, dude, the lawsuits.
It's a pain in the dick.
It's something you never want to do. Like, it's not like, trust me, there's no one with a CCW saying, "Oh God, I hope I get the furthest and kill somebody today." No one's saying that. Like, I don't know. It's just the whole thing's fucked up.
To be honest with you, the only reason I ever got my CCW was so I never had to worry about the whole legal thing of if I was bringing my pistol to the range.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, that's the only reason I ever got because I never, like, Pat, I never carry my gun ever. I never have it on me.
Oh, dude, I carry mine everywhere.
No, the only time
that's why.
The only time I've ever thought that I'll probably bring it with me is if I go on a longer like motorcycle ride. I'll just put it underneath my seat or in my bag or something, just because.
What's
I'm
the
on a
thing
bike
that you're talking about with like going
road.
to the range or whatever, like not having a seat? Wait, what do you mean?
So like even if you have a handgun, if you don't have a concealed carry, you have to separate your pistol and your rounds, right? So you'd have to have like your gun up like near you or like in like the passenger seat or the glove box, and then you have to have all your ammunition in your trunk. That's how you have to separate. You cannot have them together in your car. They have to be separated by like a barricade. So if you have an SUV, technically you can't carry that shit with you at all. Basically, if that SUV is open, if the cop wanted to be a dickhead about it, and there's no like thing blocking it, like how a car has a trunk that like you have to walk around and go unlock the trunk, or like technically you could probably pull down the seats. But if the cop wanted to be a dickhead, he could say you can't carry your gun like that. You're in an SUV. There's nothing blocking the ammo from the gun. Like you could go. Yeah.
Would you only have to worry about that if they're searching your car?
Yeah, technically, yeah, but I mean, at the same time, Pat, you never know. Like, you just, I don't know. It wasn't a risk that I wanted to even take at all.
Pat, explain to me how carrying a gun makes you a pussy.
Why are you carrying it? Like, what are you so afraid of?
Because if something happens, dude, you never know.
Has anything happened?
No, but still, why would I want to take that chance? That makes no sense. That makes zero sense.
It doesn't make very much sense.
That doesn't make any sense.
I just don't understand like what you're so afraid of.
All right,
He's
well,
afraid, he's afraid
Pat,
of being assaulted.
Pat, let me ask something.
Somebody coming for his little pussy.
Pat, let me ask something. Pat, why do cops carry guns?
I don't know.
Yeah, it's not for your protection. It's for theirs.
They should carry billy clubs and billy clubs only.
I mean, they
I'm
don't
just
carry a
saying.
gun in England, in London.
That's why they fucking got shot to shit a couple years ago.
We get shot to shit all the time. It doesn't matter.
No, so wait though. Hey, in England though, they basically have a fucking whistle and a nightstick,
Yeah.
and then
Yeah,
some
no,
guy
it's
comes in with a fucking with a knife.
ridiculous.
It doesn't make any sense. Now there's some
And
departments
yet we've had way more. We've had way more gun conflict than them. Explain that.
Well, yeah, we have a lot more guns in circulation than they do. Of course.
Okay. Well, yeah. Don't you think that's the problem?
No. Pat,
So
Pat,
more
real quick,
guns,
Pat, real
more
quick.
guns doesn't equal
No,
more
Pat,
gun deaths.
Let me ask some, Pat. With so many guns in circulation here, how do you get them all back? How do you get them back from the criminals? How do you do it?
You can't. It's too far gone.
Yeah,
I mean, this place is a wasteland now.
And again, I know you don't want to hear it, but dude, in England, they don't have a right to bear arms. That's why it was so easy in other countries. Oh, I know. Good. Okay. Yes. Let's just take away rights from people. That's great.
A right that was created in 1776.
Pat,
Things
guess what,
haven't
though?
changed at all since then, have they?
Yeah. Oh, hey, you know what? Though, wait. You know what's changed though? What about free speech? I think when they wrote the Constitution, I don't think they thought Facebook was going to be around where you can upload your opinion in a matter of seconds.
I mean, I don't see a difference between espousing your free speech in like a bar or whatever and Facebook. I mean, there's no difference there. You could still.
I'm just
you're
saying
still
though,
talking.
But
a muzzle loader is completely different than a fucking M4.
Well, dude, I assumed when they wrote the Constitution, I assumed they looked to the future and realized that guns were going to advance a little bit. I don't think they thought
that's a lot of it.
I'm just saying though,
they're not. They can't tell the future. That's why it's so ridiculous to completely rely on a document written 250 fucking years ago.
Dude, I'm sorry, dude. To strip fucking like rights away from people, dude. If that's not a communist, I don't know what the fuck is.
I don't see how a gun should be a right. I really don't.
I'm just saying
that should not be a right.
Yeah. Well, guess what, dude? Canada's always a viable option.
Wait, why is that? Why is that a communist thing, though, man?
If things continue like this, I will be going to Canada.
All these anti-gun people, though, take their guns away, but they're totally cool with every other thing that they have, though. The right to remain silent, free speech, that's all good.
Those don't kill people.
Words don't kill people? Are you sure?
Yeah, wait, but hold on. I want to go back to that, Matt. How is removing rights equal to communism?
I just said that. I was just in a mode.
Do you understand what? I mean, no, yeah, do you understand what?
I do.
But you hate when people talk about like like all the different things like that, like removing rights, or that they talk about things like that, and they just blanketly or have a blanket statement like that. I hate when people just equate communism with anything that they dislike. Like communism it's an economic principle. It's a socio-economic thing, right? Where you're just trying to have like common ownership and common wages and things like that. And
I'm just saying though, but see that
social classes, which
I'm just saying,
communism at its very base is a great thing. Actually, if you just look at what communism actually is, equality for all, no matter what, that would be a great thing. Obviously, nobody's ever made communism work because it would be very difficult to make work effectively. Just like capitalism doesn't work that great either. It's okay, but it's better than communism. But communism also, at its very base thing, is not a bad idea. It really isn't. I mean, who out there would say that if everybody was just completely equal, that would be a bad thing? I guess maybe somebody like Jeff Bezos would say it's a bad thing.
Yeah.
But like for your average citizen, if you didn't see communism, you just saw everybody would get the same wages, everybody has a job that they have to do, everybody can live life and have a home, everybody can be taken care of, and nobody has to want really for anything. That's what communism at its base is, and that would all be a good thing. But obviously, it's almost impossible to do. That's why nobody does it effectively. You do communism, you end up like Russia, or you end up like China, which is obviously horrible.
Well, right, and then because the power just it takes the people, and then and then the president has more money. Yeah,
everybody ends up living in a shithole. That's what communism always becomes. But
my whole point
at its very base,
words do.
I get what you mean. I get what you mean, that you don't think that your rights should be infringed upon because of some other assholes, and I get that as well. But we need to come up with something, because the murder rate and the homicide rate in the United States is a lot higher than pretty much any other first world country. It really is, and something does need to happen. And like I don't even know. Let's see. Let's look up some murder rates.
Yeah,
I'm
but I
talking
mean,
my ass.
but
Here.
again though too, like even the states and cities that have stricter gun laws still have a shit ton of murder.
I mean, yeah, for the kind of, but let's see. So the murder rate, this is like 2017 was when this was done, right? We're looking at just statistics here. The United States had 17,284 homicides. Okay, and that's a murder rate of 5, I guess. It's 5.3. So I guess that's what 5.3 per 100,000 is what that would come down to be. So it's basically per capita. So the murder rate is 5. So you can think of that. That's 5 per 100,000 people, right? The one that's right above us is Zambia. They're at 5.3 as well. And if you keep going up this list, let's see who's number 1. Who's winning? El Salvador. You got the cartels down there. There's a 61. So that's 61 murders per 100,000 people. And their whole homicide count for the whole year was 3,942. Obviously, you don't got that many people living in El Salvador. Then comes Jamaica, Venezuela, the U.S. Virgin Islands, which is the Caribbean, Honduras. It's all these like South America.
Like all these poor places. Okay.
Yeah, South Africa's on there, Bahamas. You keep going down. You got Brazil.
Nowhere
You got
you'd want to
Colombia.
live.
No, Mexico. That's the thing. Like all these, you go for Russia is higher than us. They're at 51. Their murder rate is 9.2. You keep going down the list. You got Afghanistan's number 72. Their murder rate is 7.1. Crazy that Afghanistan, their murder rate is 7.1 and ours is 5.3. But then again, population difference. That's 2,500 homicides where we have 17,200. So we do have a lot more, but per capita, it's not that far off actually. So then we're at 89, the United States, right? And this is as of 2017, so it's fairly recent, but no, it's not like this year. Right below us is Sudan. Sudan has a lower murder rate than us. Argentina, Kenya, Kazakhstan, fucking Borat. Cuba actually has a lower murder rate than the United States, but also I don't know how accurate those numbers are. How are you going to get complete accuracy? But let's see where I was actually looking for where India actually has a lower murder rate than us, but once again, how accurate is that going to be? But they have more murders because they have 42,000 homicides. I was looking for where the UK was. Let's see if I can find Canada's down here. Canada is 151st. Theirs is 1.8. Where is the United? I figured UK wouldn't be that far off actually. I'm kind of surprised. United Kingdom is 175th. Theirs is 1.2. They only had 803 homicides.
Gun homicides?
No, these are just homicides, period. So I'm not saying like gun homicides versus anything else. Right now I was just going off of just pure homicides, right? But you can obviously know Canada and the UK have less guns than the United States, right? Obviously, the United States is the first world country with the most homicides. 100%. Yeah, it really is.
I mean, I already knew that.
Yeah, and I mean, I'm sure that is because
I would guess that the United States has more gun-related deaths than the rest of the other, like basically all of Europe combined, and Canada. That's my guess.
Let's see if I can find that information. Well, that most of it's just gun violence in the United States. Let's see gun-related deaths by country.
Like I said, obviously something needs to be done, but I don't think stripping people, law-abiding people, is the answer.
Here we go. Well, that's guns per 100. Guns per 100 inhabitants, 120 in the United States. So there's 120 guns per 100 people.
Yeah.
Is that still right?
Oh, yeah.
This was in 2017.
It's probably
gone up a little bit since then, yeah. The next one that comes, actually, the next person is Serbia. They have 37 guns per 100 people. Actually, Canada was up there, 34 guns per 100 people. We're still 4 times higher, but yeah, they're up there. But yeah, it's because, it was guns were a foundation of this nation. They really were. That's why they were in the Bill of Rights. They're an amendment to the Constitution, right?
Canada just banned ARs too, didn't they?
Yeah, they did ban they banned a lot. Yeah,
they had one mass killing, and then they said that's it.
Oh yeah. Oh wait, you mean the guy that had a police car with police decals and ARs were already heavy regulated there, and he still had one. Okay, yeah, that guy. Yeah, that guy.
Yeah, that guy.
Yeah, but that happens like once a year here. That happened one time there.
I don't know about people impersonating police officers here. I don't think
I'm just saying.
How often does that happen?
People.
I don't know. I didn't know Norway would be that high up either.
I'm
They're
just
up there
saying,
with
you know, I mean,
Canada.
I'm just saying, you're not going to stop criminals from getting guns ever.
No, you're not. But it's just it is interesting to me how much higher it is in the United States than
But like,
everywhere
okay,
else.
so like your thought, like, okay, the good guy with a good gun stops a bad guy with a gun. Okay, you like cops hit like 5% of their targets. What do
I'm
you
not
think
talking
some
about,
schmuck is gonna do?
you'd be surprised, dude. And dude, see, here's the problem though. A cop using his gun is such a small part of the job.
But
It's a
it's his
small
job.
part
He
of the.
gets
I
paid. He gets
know,
trained. He
but
gets
dude,
shooting.
but dude, they get trained for center mass shots and that, dude. They're not sharpshooters, dude. They're not. They're
And
not trained for that.
actually, Patrick, the United States does not have per capita the highest gun-related deaths. Panama is above us.
I'm not
Colombia is
talking per
above us.
capita. I'm talking total.
Oh well, you can't do it total.
Why?
It's got to be statistically. Total doesn't matter. If you have 1 billion people, you're more susceptible to having gun-related deaths.
I'll
But
bet
like,
we have less gun-related deaths than China. I mean, more. Excuse me. I bet China has less gun-related deaths than the United States.
well, yeah, but do you really want to live like China? You fucking asshole.
I'm just
Don't
saying.
even
You
compare
said per
that.
capita. No, I'm talking because
Eh,
there's such an overwhelming amount of guns here.
yeah,
There's
I mean
more
it's
than
true.
one per person.
Yeah, but also there is more than one per person, but there's countries higher than us to obviously know where you want to live. We got Honduras, Venezuela, El Salvador, Eswatini. I've never even heard of that place. Guatemala, Jamaica, Brazil, Colombia, Panama, and then the United States. So yes, there's about what
Yeah, and
9 countries.
what do those countries have in common?
They're all shitholes in South
They're
America
all third
for the most
world
part.
countries that nobody would want to live in.
Yeah, and then you have the United States, and then you have Uruguay, and then Montenegro, and then the Philippines, and then South
Again,
Africa,
all third world countries.
and then Mexico, and then Costa Rica. The Costa Retards down there. Uh, and then you have Switzerland. They're coming. Finland and Switzerland. Hey, they're at 3.25 and 3.01. United States at 12.
So I mean, Pat, like, what's your solution? Everyone just turn their guns in?
I mean, that personally, that would be nice, but that's never going to happen. I mean, there's no, it's too far gone. This country is too far gone. You're going to
Yeah, I
have
mean,
kids be murdered every year in a school. It's going to. That's just that's the reality in this country.
it is a reality in this country, unfortunately. And I mean, Pat, you know me. Like I got a rifle so I can go shooting with Rick. I think it'll be a good way for me to spend some time with him that doesn't involve like either drinking or anything else or going to a party. It is just something a common interest that we can share and maybe like go do together. Um, that being said, if the government were to say, "Hey, no more guns, we're buying everything back," if they gave me fair market value for my pistol and my rifle, sure, they could fucking have them. I don't care that much. I'm not some Second Amendment person that is going to go out and march down the street because of it. I don't care that much. Sorry, Matt. I
No,
really don't.
no, dude, that's
Yeah, I mean that's the thing. Like I no, I don't know. I don't care really either way. I like guns. I think that they're interesting and cool, but I don't know. I don't care enough that if they were to say, "Hey, we want them all turned back," if they wanted them all turned back in, but they weren't going to give me my just compensation for them, then I would have a problem, right? They just want me to turn in my personal property without even giving me the value of it. They can go fuck themselves.
yeah. I mean,
But
dude, I mean, they will give you nowhere near the right value for your.
then I would have a problem with it because
Yeah,
I want the value of my property if you want it. Otherwise, no, you're not stealing my shit. Get the fuck out of here. So yeah, that's where I would draw the line. But no, if they were going to give me the value of my items and they wanted them, I wouldn't fight them over that because I mean, I don't know, it would be worth trying. I know that. I know you would.
I'd bury mine before I turn them in.
I know you would, but
Yeah,
like
and then
I don't
they
know.
drop a tomahawk missile on your fucking house.
Good,
No, they wouldn't.
good.
Yeah, I
Hey,
don't know.
and then blow up everyone else here. Then that's fine. Go ahead.
Yeah, look,
Yeah.
If they
Here's the
want to do
thing.
something, they can
It's-
do it.
Yeah, here's the thing though. It's never going to happen. And yeah, the whole well-armed militia that we need to fight the government is complete bullshit because they will just send a predator drone and drop a missile on your ass. It doesn't make sense anymore in the way that the military and arms are these days. It really doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, but dude, actually, but if you think about it, though, dude, I mean, is the government going to do that?
Well, no, but like the whole purpose of having a well-armed
No, but that's what
militia
the
is
gun
to fight
companies
your
are all afraid of.
yeah,
That's
it's
why
to
they're
fight
marching
your
on Capitol Hill.
No, that's my point, though. Every anti-gun person says that. Oh yeah, well they'll just shoot a drone at you, though. Will they? Because here's the thing, dude. You're forgetting something. The government needs the people more than we need the government, dude. They
Yeah.
need our tax dollars. What are you going to do? Blow up half this country? What are you going to do?
I mean, people fall in line, dude. They do. People fall in line. They do. People fall in line. Look at Nazi Germany. They do. If somebody with authority tells you to do something, most people will fall in line. It's the reality of the situation. And if you don't like the Nazi Germany comparison, I get it. I'm not saying that the United States is Nazi Germany right now. Although there are some authoritative things going on, which is a little fucked up, but that's
Kevin,
not what I'm talking about here.
when they banned bump stocks in this country,
I didn't care at
no,
all.
hold on, no, there were state police departments and like the FBI, ATF. In some states, they didn't receive one bump stock.
Yeah, and that's fine. You
Yeah,
can't.
I mean, that's what I'm saying though. Like the gun community, you'd be surprised, dude. They're not going to fall in line.
No, and they might not. But here's the thing: other people will, right? And soldiers will, and a lot of people will, because yeah, you may have 120 firearms per like person, but I don't know. Like the gun community is fairly large, but it's not. I mean, I would say in the United States, there's more people that don't have guns than do have guns, right? I believe. I think that like more than 50% of the country do not own weapons. It's just that the people that do own guns have a lot of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's the way it is. Which that's fine. Now, my point being there is that so people think that no, they wouldn't fall in line, but a lot of people would, and they may not do a voluntary turn in. But if they said, "Hey, we know if you purchased a gun, we're coming to your house and we're going to find it," people may actually start turning them in. I'm not saying that this is ever going to happen, right? I don't think I know for a fact it will never happen.
Yeah, it won't.
No, but if they were to say we want to try this for 5 years, right? We want to try this, all right, guys, because we're sick of kindergartners getting shot up in schools. We're sick of all the gun-related violence. Let's give it a shot, see what happens to the murder rate. Whatever. Sure, here, take my guns, give me my value for them. If we realize that, hey, you know what? Homicide rates are still there. People are still getting stabbed to death in school. Somebody's walking in with a knife and just slashing everybody's throat, or they're still going with guns, and they got these guns illegally, like after the fact, or somehow they have, none of this is never going to happen. Obviously, this is talking in an ideal society where people are, reasonable human beings. Like I would be fine with giving it a shot. But here's the thing, and especially in our world, once you give up that right, you're never getting it back. You will not.
Yeah.
You're not going to. Yeah. So I don't know if they were to ask me to give up my rifles because hey, this could potentially save some kindergartners' lives. Sure, I'll give up my guns. I don't care that much.
Dude, they tried that with the assault weapons ban, and it didn't do anything.
Yeah, I mean that's 100% true.
I mean,
that's true.
Dude, I forget what it was, but dude, I think it was it could have been, I could be wrong. I'm going off the top of my head. It could be like 90% of homicides occur with a handgun. Rifles.
Yeah, no, see, I'm not even talking about just rifles, man. I'm talking about guns in general.
Okay.
I would say,
you said rifles.
yeah, no, I would say, yeah, no, I say that. I said they could take my like pistol, my rifle. They could take everything. I don't think that just getting rid of rifles is the way to go. You can have a fucking 50 round magazine in a Glock. Like, you're going to do like, I don't know. To me, if you have a 45 Glock, it's going to do just as much damage. Maybe it won't tear through somebody as easily as a 5.56, but against a kindergartner, either one of them is going to fucking kill him.
Yeah.
So it doesn't matter. They both shoot the same.
I have a question. Why in those shootings is it always,
it's not always a rifle.
Okay, more than overwhelmingly.
I don't think it is actually, but it's just okay.
I would say like Sandy Hook, Parkland. I mean, those are the two most famous ones.
I mean, I don't know, but I'm telling you right now, Pat.
Because, dude, I mean, first of all, you can get an AR for pretty fucking cheap. That's another problem.
My pistol costs more than most people's assault rifles, Pat.
Yeah, I mean, you can get a dirt cheap AR
for like $500, $400. You can get them cheap. My pistol costs like $1,100. Sure, you can get cheap pistols too, but you're not going to get a decent one that's going to. You can get a high point, but it's going to jam on you halfway through your first mag.
Hey, Ohio made, brother. Take it easy.
Ohio points are garbage. I know Ohio made.
I know. Yeah, they are. They are made in Ohio.
That's horrible. Oh God, Ohio made. That's funny. I never knew that. But yeah, assault rifles are very easy to come by, Pat. They really are. They're pretty cheap too. Easy to put together for the most part, as far as I understand. I don't know, but you could do just as much damage in school with pistols. 100%.
Yeah, but they usually don't.
No, just because they usually don't doesn't mean that it would change it, right? If you ban rifles, Pat, people are just going to do the same thing with pistols. They will, and they're easier to conceal. You can literally put a drum mag, 50 rounds on 2 Glocks, and you'll have 100 rounds, 50 in each hand.
Then why don't they do that?
I'm sure they have. It's not. It is not hard to do.
Right now. Look up Columbine, Sandy Hook, and Parkland.
Sandy Hook, the guy had a rifle and a pistol.
Okay.
Yeah, he did it both.
They
Yeah.
had both.
But God, if you read, I mean, I don't care where you fall in this argument. If you read that account of the Sandy Hook thing and you read the account of the kids that were there,
It's terrible.
it's horrible. Like that's why I don't care, right? If they were to say we're getting rid of guns, if it would even maybe help prevent another one of those, I'd be all for it. I don't care.
That's because you're not selfish.
Yeah.
Everybody else is worried about me, my.
I don't want kids to have to be afraid to go to school. I was never afraid to go to school. School sucked, but I was never afraid to go there. I never had to worry. Holy shit! And it did happen.
Parents
school,
never
right?
had to worry about you not coming home.
I know that you do, Pat. That is a reality in your life now.
So wait though. What's changed since we were at school and kids are going to school now?
There's been a lot more homicides at schools. The homicide rate at schools has gone through the roof.
But that's the thing, though. I think it's more of a society problem than a gun problem.
And it probably is. I mean, but here's the thing: you can solve it a lot easier you can fix society easier by removing the weapons than you can fixing the actual fucking society. We do have honestly, if you want my true opinion of what the problem is, it's social media. It is the internet.
Well, I've always
that is the problem.
Well, here's one problem, and I get they have to report it, like the news and all that. But dude, stop glorifying these shooters.
Well, they've started to not, right? They don't release the names as easy. They have tried to stop it, which I give them respect for, 100%. But I don't know. I just I don't know anymore. CNN is so fucking retarded anymore. Most of their headlines are just so sensationalized bullshit. So every once in a while they have a good article. I enjoy looking at their front page just to see if there's anything breaking news today, right? Because I don't know if you've ever even been to CNN, Matt, but like their front page looks halfway decent, right? Mm-hmm. It doesn't look like a shit show. That's what I do. I go to CNN, take a look at the front page, usually in the morning, and then I'm done. Patrick knows I do it while we're having our coffee, don't I, Pat?
Yes.
I usually take a quick look at CNN, and recently I've just been even going to the New York Times, just because when you read some of the articles on CNN, it's horrible. It makes me feel like I'm losing brain cells, and it's the same thing with any other huge news agency. It really is. Honestly, if you want my 100% honest opinion, I think the average writing ability of the people at Fox News on an article, even though a lot of their articles I don't agree with, their articles are bullshit. I don't they could be writing about something completely fiction. I don't care. Their actual ability to write an article is far better than CNN's. CNN should be ashamed because their shit looks like it was written by a middle schooler, most of it.
Yeah, it looks like it was like a TMZ or like it's just like
a
Twitter,
or like
me and you
were just on there putting opinion pages. That's what CNN looks like half the time. Yeah. I'm like, if you scroll down their page and you look past their main articles, the rest of CNN is complete garbage.
Like, oh, she did that? I can't believe it. Like that's
fuck off.
Yeah, that's not news.
No, it's not. That's why I hate it. Beyond the front page, just bold headlines that I may be interested in. I fucking hate CNN. Ugh. I just when did news just become social media as well, dude? I really
news cycle, dude. They just gotta pump shit out. They don't care what it is.
I really, you know what? I don't care if you're liberal, conservative. I know that what was it? The Newsroom. The Newsroom was a great show.
Yeah, it was.
And it was definitely a more liberal leaning show, 100%. But I just wish that we had people who cared that much that they did in that show about the news in real life. That's what I'm looking for. Who's the Newsroom based on, Pat? Do you know?
I don't know. That's based on anything.
It's based on something. It's based on somebody. Like the guy that what's his face, Jeff, whatever played, is based on a real newscast. It is based on a real person. I don't know who, but I just wish that the news companies cared that much anymore about actually providing real news and actually doing their job to the citizens of this country.
Well, it's a real problem because like ratings are like, nobody watches like cable anymore. You know what I mean? Like
that's because everybody knows it's complete bullshit.
Well, yeah, you think they wouldn't care. That's another reason.
That's another reason that Donald Trump got elected is because he was saying that. He was calling it out for what it is. He's saying the news is horseshit. And now, yeah, fake news is just a general thing, just like build the wall, whatever. But it's easy for people to grab onto and just say, that's fake news because a lot of it is just ridiculous. He's not wrong when he says that. He's wrong about the way that he points because a lot of things he'll just say fake news about complete facts, right? And that's ridiculous. But the fact that he's saying the news is bullshit, he is not wrong. as much as it pains me to say it, people jumped on that because they know that the news is bullshit.
Yeah, I mean, I'm conservative, and I don't even like Fox News. I mean, it's
Yeah, but their writing ability is far better than CNN's.
yeah. I really don't like I don't really. I try not to follow.
Yeah,
the news.
I don't even know where
care.
to. I don't know where to turn anymore. Is the thing. I really don't. You can say BBC, but BBC does still have a slant, and it's owned by the government in the UK. Like, I don't know. I don't want that as my news either. I'm not saying BBC's bad, but I don't want that to be my news source.
Yeah, and
I want it to be independent. I know the Guardian, I think, is halfway decent, aren't they?
Yeah.
I think Al Jazeera is actually another good one. I don't ever go there, but I think that they're pretty decent.
I'll be honest too. I can't stand the Washington Post.
I don't read it. I don't know.
Only just because they have so many opinion pieces, and that's all.
That's
really
what I hate. That's the first thing I look for. Is this actual news or is this an opinion piece? Almost everything's an opinion piece anymore.
Yeah.
I just don't even know where to turn. And yeah, so fake news is a real thing. It's a real problem, and people jumped on that. That's why. I mean, that's another reason that he got elected. He was smart. Trump was smart about the way that he campaigned. He really was. He was smart about the way that he used Cambridge Analytica. None of it was illegal. All of it was very smart.
All right, what's the next topic? Because we've been on this one for a while.
I know, but the problem, the reason that we've been on this for so long is because it's actually it's a legitimate good topic.
Yeah.
It really is. It's a big problem, but yeah, we should push on.
I mean, dude, you could debate for a day.
We could talk about all of it. We could talk about all of it forever. We could talk about the fake news forever.
All right, do we have a feel good piece anywhere on here? A feel good topic?
I don't know. Let's see.
About the murder hornets.
Murder hornets is kind of a feel good piece. We can talk about this guy wearing the KKK hood in the grocery store.
Yeah.
You know what that reminds me of? Looking at this picture of this guy. So,
what state is he in?
Southern California, actually.
Yeah,
oh my God.
Yeah, like Southern California wearing a KKK hood in the grocery store, which he eventually did take. Can you imagine being that guy where they're like, sir, you have to take that off, and then eventually he actually gives in and fucking takes it off, and everybody sees your face.
Yeah.
Like, this guy, he's a Ku Klux Klan member. Like,
why does he have to take it off though?
Because it made everybody uncomfortable. They like the people in the store said, "Can you either take that off or leave?" I mean, it's a that right there, wearing that, it should be considered a hate crime. It's ridiculous.
Like okay, so I know it's completely different, but like, what if a woman walks into a grocery store with like a full hijab on, and you say I'm uncomfortable? Do they make her take it off?
But a hijab is not a symbol of hate like the KKK hood is.
Oh wait, correct me if I'm wrong though. Just because this is private property.
Yeah, they can make you leave.
Yeah, they can just make you leave. I mean,
yeah.
I mean, I see your point. Like, yeah, actually, if she did wear that.
Here's the thing. Several employees came over together and told the man either remove the hood or he would have to leave, so he removed the hood. If she did wear that, Pat, and the store kicked her out and said, it's making us uncomfortable, either leave or remove your hijab, you have no idea how bad that would come down for that store.
Oh, yeah.
That's a religious hate crime at that point almost. It doesn't matter what religion you're part of.
No,
if you walk over to a Jewish person in a store and say, remove your yarmulke, it's making somebody uncomfortable.
No, I'm just talking about like a full face covering. But again, this guy's a complete piece of shit. Like, I have no problem with him. But I'm just saying, like...
But no, it's not illegal to wear a KKK hood. It's not.
No. I mean, you could wear it down the street.
But like, I would prefer this fucking cocksucker wear it, so at least you know who the idiot is.
Well, I think... But that's the thing. I think it's hilarious that he actually removed it. So, like, if he's wearing the hood, you don't know who he is, obviously. I mean... Unless he's a regular there, and you're like, oh, that's fucking Jim. He just has a hood on.
You can tell by his fat, stupid body.
Yeah, because he is a fat retard. He's got a camo shirt on, too.
Of course he does, because he's blending in real well.
Yeah. It's ridiculous wearing camo in, like, stores, and that's so funny. But then he has to remove the hood, and everybody just looks at his face. Like, oh, so that's the racist piece of shit.
Yeah.
But and when I saw this, though, it immediately reminds me of Django Unchained, when they're trying to hunt down... what Django after what did he do? Oh, they killed the hands on the farm, the guys that I don't know used to be part of some like plantation. So then like who are the actors? It's what's his face from Superbad?
Michael Cera?
No, the other dude.
Seth Rogen?
No,
Jonah Hill.
Jonah Hill, yeah, he's one of the guys that are part of the KKK in there, and they're like, he's like, whatever his wife made the hoods. He's like, I can't see fucking shit out of this thing. Like the eye holes are all like diagonal and fucked up, and then he's trying to rip it open more. He's like, oh, I think I made it worse. They're like, how about next time we wear the hoods? This time it was a good idea. And then like the one guy's like, my wife worked all night on these. Fuck you guys. He like leaves. Like, we all think the hoods were a nice idea. They could have just been done better. So this time we won't wear the hoods, but next time we will. It was pretty funny. I love Django Unchained. It's such a good movie.
Too long.
Yeah,
I don't-
it was long.
So here's the thing. I think they could have done without the whole part where he's initially fighting in Leonardo DiCaprio's house, right? And then he gets captured, and then he's
How many times you seen this
escapes.
fucking movie, dude?
I don't know, like 2 or 3.
Oh, sounds like a lot. I mean, you know this thing for verbatim. I saw it once and fell asleep.
Well, no, Ashwarya and I watched it a couple weeks ago just because she had never seen it before. So I thought that the movie ended when he initially, like, Leonardo DiCaprio's character gets killed by the dude from, what movie was that? Whoever the white dude is, he plays a Nazi in Inglourious Basterds.
Yeah, he's a good actor. I forget his name.
Yeah, I don't remember, but he kills Leonardo, then he gets killed, and then Django.
Spoiler alert.
Yeah, huge spoiler alerts here if you've never seen the movie. Either way, it's a great movie. Go see it. But anyway, and then Django goes off, blasts everybody. Then he gets captured, and then he gets tortured or ish, and then he eventually breaks out and goes back, and he gets his girl again, who's Kerry Washington, who is fine as hell.
Oh, yeah.
Terrible actress though.
I don't think so.
No, she's not bad at all.
Watch Little Fires Everywhere. It's abhorrent how bad Vanessa. Like she just makes like the same like resting bitch face.
She was great in Scandal.
She was good in Django Unchained. Anyway, neither here nor there. But anyway, so like the movie should have ended. They didn't need that whole part where he gets captured and then breaks free and goes back and then he rescues her again and then burns the house down. It should have just ended with his gunfight and then burning the house down, and that's it. The whole rest of it was just like fluff that wasn't needed. It was another like half an hour. They could have cut a half an hour from that movie just by he doesn't get captured again, doesn't need to break free again, doesn't need to go back and get his girl and then burn the house down. He could have just ended it by killing everybody, burning the house down, and riding off into the sunset with Kerry Washington. There.
Real
Save
quick,
some time.
What about this next one? Researcher on verge of making very significant coronavirus findings shot to death.
I am going to say that this is completely unrelated to actually researching the coronavirus.
You think so?
I kind of do, because
it came out like today that it was like a murder-suicide or something like that.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
I don't believe that. I think
but I don't know. Yeah, it could be also not. It could be a setup.
But if China can reach here and do that, that's fucked up.
They probably can.
Yeah, I'm sure they can.
That is fucked up.
Well, actually, no. Hold on. Let me re-go through my thought process. At first, I was thinking when they said that, it was somebody that he knew that killed him and then they died. At first, I was like, maybe this was just like unrelated. And then I saw murder-suicide. I was like, I bet you that somebody reached out and made it look like a murder-suicide.
I've always said this, dude. No matter where you are in the world, if they want to find you, you will be tracked down.
Yeah, I think that this is very, very.
In a cave and they found his ass.
I think that this is very sketchy, I guess would be the word, but also I don't know. It says he was on the verge of making very significant findings towards understanding the cellular mechanisms that underlie SARS-CoV-2 infection and the cellular basis of the following complications, the school said. The University of Pittsburgh, right? And they got plenty of very smart people there. He worked as a postdoctorate fellow at Carnegie Mellon University before becoming a research associate at the University of Pittsburgh School of Medicine. They say, we will make an effort to complete what he started in an effort to pay homage to his scientific excellence. So like the school is going to keep doing this. It's not like they stopped anything. So I don't know.
Yeah, but here's the problem though. I mean, what if he was the smartest guy there and no one can continue it?
Maybe, but I'm sure that he took if he's the smartest guy there, he took very detailed notes.
Yeah. Hopefully the notes are there.
Yeah, I would hope. I mean, this is definitely a case to follow. 100%.
Yeah, because like, what if he's like, oh shit, it was a weapon they made, and he was about to come out, and find that, and then
yeah, that's true. I mean, I don't know.
World War III, fucked up. China.
It's fucked up.
Yeah, it's crazy. Like,
it is crazy.
What a Pittsburgh, like who? That's it's not New York City, it's not L.A., it's fucking Pittsburgh.
Well, you don't know, dude. What if China has fucking agents following anybody who left their country that is working in science or medicine here? They could just have people following them all the time, Pat.
I know, that's insane.
They have enough people and agents that they could easily do that.
That's fuck China, dude. Like, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, dude. I seriously, like, I don't know how you stop it. Get all the Chinese out of the United States. Like, you can't do that. What do you do? You know what I mean? Vet people better, but they can make them a sleeper agent for decades. Like
Yeah.
you never know.
Sleeper cell.
Seriously, I mean it's the truth. It's what happened back in the Cold War. That
Probably
we had
still
people
going on
yeah,
with Russia and us.
well, no, well, yeah, for sure it is. But I 100% guarantee you that there's been people living here for 50 years from Russia that are still reporting back to Russia, and they could just be your next door neighbor.
And
This shit happens.
And it's the
It
same
happens
way.
everywhere.
It's the same way. We have people in Russia. I mean, it's
Yeah,
it's the
that's the
same.
thing. It happens everywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah. But like honestly, China has enough people that they probably could have somebody watching every single person from China working here in a science-related field. Obviously that is like tinfoil hat 100%, but it could happen. It could easily happen. If somebody told me tomorrow that was the truth, I wouldn't doubt it at all.
Dude, that's very realistic for that to be happening. There's no.
It is.
That's very
enough.
realistic.
They have enough people and enough control over their people.
I just love tinfoil hats.
It is. It's true. It's very
like they're
tinfoil
kind of wrapped up in a tinfoil hat in his kitchen,
Yeah,
like
I don't want
rocking back and forth.
I don't want them government microwaves coming in my head.
Oh God, it ain't right. I tell you.
It ain't right. Well, you know what we didn't have on here, and what we should talk about is how about that UFO footage that the Navy or whatever, it was the Navy or Air, I think Air Force maybe, confirmed was real. That like the 3 whatever.
Like, they didn't confirm it was a UFO though, did they?
Well,
no, they
just don't know what it is.
Thing.
It's not.
Yeah, they don't know what it
is.
Well, they have no idea what it is, and they've never seen something fly in the flight pattern that thing did, and it was 3 different videos. And they confirmed them all to be real and them all to be unidentified flying objects. Yes.
Now, do you guys believe in UFOs?
I don't know. I'm not gonna like. Here's the thing. Like, I take this stance with a lot of different things. I take this stance with religion, and I take it with pretty much anything that I don't know. If I don't know, I'm not gonna tell you, yeah, I believe in it, or no, 100%, it can never happen. Sure, I do. I think UFOs are possible. Sure, I think it's possible that there could one day be a God out there. I'm never going to say I know 100% that there is not, because that's just ignorant.
Pat, do you believe in them?
I think the odds of us being the only thing out there in the entire, every universe ever is slim. I think that, yeah sure, I think there would be. If it could happen here, it can happen somewhere else.
Yeah,
I
agree.
That is. So, look, we better hope they don't find us, because if they can get here and we can't get there, they're going to butt fuck us.
Well, I don't know. There's a lot of so you guys,
if their technology is that far advanced, we're fucked.
Well, no, here's the thing. Neither of you, I'm guessing, have ever read Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, right?
No.
So
I can tell you, Pat is not.
No, I know 100% he is not.
I saw the movie.
Yeah.
Did you? Is there a movie?
Yeah.
Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a movie?
Are you kidding me?
No, I have to look into it, huh?
What are you living underneath a rock?
Yeah, he's living in the basement.
I didn't know there was a movie. I read books, sorry. Excuse me. Anyway, in there...
Well, you're an idiot wasting fucking weeks on end when you can just watch a movie.
Anyway, in there... Yeah, and well, actually, I think I listened to that one on Audible.
Oh, God, how do you do that?
What do you mean?
I tried doing that. I cannot listen to a book on tape. I can't do it.
Oh, I could do it just as easy as I can listen to a podcast.
Oh, I can't. It's terrible.
Yeah. No, I love it, actually. Especially if there's a good narrator. I love it.
They don't
it's
sound
so good.
the same.
No, they don't. No, 100%. Different ones are actually really good at doing, like, if you're listening to like a fiction book, different ones are really good at doing different voices. Like sometimes it almost feels like there's completely different voice actors doing the different characters. Like they do, a lot of them can do a really good job. Some do a horrendous job, and I cannot listen to that. But some of them do a very, very good job, and it's really good. It's definitely a talent. But where I was going with this was that, so they had been watching Earth for a while, and like the other I think it was Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, right? The society there said, no, you guys have had long enough. Where you're done. Where you haven't evolved to the point where you're no longer killing each other on mass scales. You're not fighting with each other, which every other galaxy-worthy planet has done. Every other galaxy-worthy society. So we're basically going to be destroying the Earth, and we're going to make a highway right through here, a galactic super highway or whatever. So they just blow up the Earth, demolish the Earth to make a jump highway through it or whatever. But yeah, so in order to be considered a planet or a species that was worthy of galactic travel, you had to have stopped killing each other over stupid pointless pieces of land, or like fossil shit like that. Like they just had like these little things that you would think would be so simple, right? Like we're all human beings. We shouldn't be killing each other over who owns oil. We should be sharing everything all amongst ourselves because we're all humanity, right? That would be ideal. But that's like, I don't know. I liked his writing on that. I thought it was hilarious that people could be watching us right now and they're just like, you know what? No, they're still not good enough. They're still just like killing each other over this little hump of sand over here in the middle of the Mid East.
Yeah, and then
I
they're
always thought
talking
that was
about
pretty
like,
funny.
you know, say we're like a 3-dimensional being, but there, you know, it could be like a 4th-dimensional being.
Yeah, just like looking down and watching us.
Yeah, that would
Yeah,
be nuts.
yeah, it could. It 100% could be, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. But that's why I don't just dismiss anything anymore. Like when I was younger, I used to say, nah, like there's no God, religion's bullshit. But even now, like I'm not saying that there's God. I'm not saying that because I really don't believe that there is one. But I'm also not saying that I have the the knowledge to 100% say no, there's no such thing as like a greater being or some sort of creator. Like if somebody wants to believe in that, more power to them, as long as once again they don't infringe upon somebody else's rights. Yeah, I don't have any problem with people believing whatever the fuck they want to believe as long as they
Yeah,
don't tell you that, hey, my belief says you can't be gay, so you're not allowed to be gay.
I don't believe in UFOs.
Yeah, you don't?
No.
Not at all? You think that humanity is the only thing in the whole galaxy, the
Well,
whole
no,
universe?
I just don't, like. I'm kind of the guy where it's like, prove me wrong. When something lands here and we don't know what it is, I'll be like, okay, I was wrong. That's the way I look at it. Like I
That's
just
Neil
don't.
deGrasse Tyson. He says bring it to the town square.
Well, yeah,
Yeah.
I'm just saying, like, dude, if
But
something
you know,
lands
but
here,
here's the thing though, Matt. Do you like right now? So, would you say that you are completely convinced there's no such thing as UFOs and you do not believe in them at all?
yes,
Or do you
right.
or do you say there could be, maybe, I don't know.
As of right now, I think we're the only life form. As of right now, because I don't know. I'm just saying, like, I just don't. There's been no
Yeah,
evidence.
it's kind of two sides of the same coin, though. It
Yeah,
really is.
yeah.
Yeah, it's just a different way to phrase it.
Yeah,
If somebody were to come and say and show you like 100% proof, hey, no, it's there, you'd be like, all right, I was off.
yeah. I was wrong. That's it. I
But
mean,
that's kind of the way I am too. It's just I'm not phrasing it that way. So yeah, it's whatever.
Yeah, I mean, I don't care either way. I mean, I hope there's not. I think there is, but who knows?
Yeah, fuck it.
Fuck you, dude.
and actually, I'm actually kind of surprised that I don't believe in UFOs more because my favorite show of like all time is the X-Files. Love that fucking show.
It is a good show.
Love it.
I remember I love the X Files because when I was younger, our dad used to watch X Files because he loved the X Files, right?
Oh,
And
yeah.
anytime I hear that music, it's
Oh,
very
yeah.
nostalgic for me because I used to hear it like sometimes when I was falling asleep, like upstairs,
Yeah.
my dad was downstairs watching the X Files. Like my mom and dad used to both watch it at that point actually, and I would hear the music. It's a comforting sound actually.
Scary.
It was scary at the time, but now it's like it brings you back to like the simpler days when you were a kid, just laying there.
Oh, yeah, dude, I'm not gonna lie, dude. When I was younger, dude, I mean, the X-Files were kind of creepy. I mean, now,
Yeah, for sure.
now,
You know what
though, I
movies?
mean,
You know what movie scared the shit out of me when I was younger? Predator, actually, of all
oh yeah,
movies. Scared the shit out because I was like, he could be in my room. He could be invisible right now. After the first time I saw Predator, I was maybe like, I don't know, 8 or 9 years old, and I probably shouldn't have seen that movie, but I like kind of snuck and watched it. Dude, I did not sleep that whole night. I was terrified. Now, I mean, I love Predator. Predator is one of the coolest movies, one of the coolest like villains / heroes that in all of fiction.
Dylan, get to the chopper.
That's right. That's one of Arnold's best.
What a tale Arnold is. An Austrian immigrant,
Yeah.
From nothing, comes here, huge star, governor of a state, beloved by all.
Dude, governor of, well, I don't know if he's
True
beloved by
American
all.
tale.
I think don't conservatives kind of really dislike Arnold?
yeah. I mean, dude, he didn't get very good even ratings from his own people in California.
Yeah, no, he wasn't a very good governor.
governor.
Yeah, but dude, yeah, he revolutionized bodybuilding, 100%.
No, I'm just saying, like coming from nothing to being
Yeah,
an
it's a
actor
great
and
story. It's a great
But that's the thing,
story.
though, dude. I mean, but really though, how can anyone be a good governor in California, though, dude? It's kind of hard. I mean,
like
the
with
state's
40 million people there.
well, no, I mean, and they're in such a deficit that they want the governor to bring them out of it, but it's almost impossible.
I don't even know how they're in a deficit with Silicon Valley. It's ridiculous.
They're like really in the hole.
How though? It doesn't make any sense to me. Was
I
it
think-
just years of gross mismanagement? Like I
yeah,
don't get it.
I think they make bad financial decisions, is what it is.
Or do they just cut those companies such tax breaks that they just like run themselves into the ground? I don't know. I'm not even gonna pretend like I know, so I'm not even gonna talk about it. I could speculate, but that's all it is. I would rather have somebody who knew. What's our next story here?
We got a few, but we're coming up on some time here. But I have
Oh
some.
yeah, we are.
I have some trivia questions if you guys want to do a little bit of trivia here.
We will, and I say we end it with trivia. But before we go to trivia, I would really like to discuss. How far back was this?
Hurry up, mate! I got to take a wee. Let's fucking finish this shit.
Okay, yeah. This is actually really important, and I think that it should be important for everybody to talk about and everybody to know is the Native Americans in this country. I think we should discuss this real quick. So there was a story that came out that the Navajo Nation, which is home to about 175,000 people in the area that straddles the three southwestern states, roughly
That's
the
way
size
more
of
than I thought.
Scotland. Yeah, it's down there. What are the? It's like Oklahoma. What are the other ones? Is it? Do you guys know?
Was it Texas or now Nevada? Or,
Yeah, no. Wait, like where these people live?
Yeah, is it
Oh yeah,
Oklahoma,
no.
Nevada, and
Well, it's mostly Nevada. It's like farther away from Vegas. It's definitely more Nevada than anywhere else, I think.
yeah, but like, so they didn't get very much help from the government, and it was something like some of their relief.
you mean
like
after the white man came here, stole the land, and raped them? That kind of help, or?
Oh no, I'm talking about just for COVID.
Oh,
But yeah, all that was horrible. But then they've been very
They've been being fucked
harshly
since day one.
yeah they've been very harshly affected by COVID. And they only have like what is it like 30% of the Navajo
40.
people don't well I see 30% don't have access to running water.
40% don't have tap or a toilet at home.
Yeah, that is the fact that there's people in the United States living like that, basically cities worth of people, multiple cities living like that is we should be ashamed, and we should be ashamed of how long it took to help Flint, Michigan. Like we should stop looking to help Afghanistan, looking to help Iraq, looking to help Africa, and we should be helping people here. We should be helping the Native Americans who we've fucked for generations
Have your white
and
nationalists
generations. Yeah, sure.
But that's what some people would say, dude. They would say by you saying that, like, help here first, that you're a white nationalist. Isn't that fucked up?
I'm fine being labeled a white nationalist
Yeah.
if it means that it would be, yeah, that is fucked up. But if it means helping, these Native American people,
You think that would
they
be
actually
like-
do like being called Indians. I
That
didn't
would
know
be
that,
like
but they
that would
do.
be the first thing is to get everything square here, and then you can help abroad.
Well, dude,
But we don't.
it's sad
I
though too.
know.
Like, dude, they can't even take care of the veterans in this country half the time.
Yeah. Well,
Eh,
and here's something that I don't want to bring up, but it plays into that point, Matt, and I do kind of want to bring it up because eventually we would like to have our brother Rick on this podcast, and he is a veteran, and he told me a startling statistic this week because he's going through a pretty bad bout of PTSD right now. He had a friend recently commit suicide who was also in the military, and that really triggered him, and he's been talking to a psychiatrist lately, right? And that's also really drumming up some memories of his time
Yeah.
when he was overseas. And I mean, a lot of people don't know this about our brother, but he says he doesn't feel like it, but he truly is a hero. He has saved a lot of lives when he was over there. He did 4 tours, like 48 months over in Iraq, Afghanistan, Kuwait. He was there during the fucking shit middle of it in like I don't know 05, 06, 07. He was there throughout all of that. I think he joined in like 2002 or 2003, right, Pat?
Yeah, I think it was pretty close to right after 9/11.
Yeah, and he was there through all of it. He got out in like 09 or 2010, I think. Out of the original 40 people in his platoon, 2 of them are left alive. Only 7 died overseas in actual fighting. The rest have killed themselves.
So, dude, it's a huge problem.
Yeah, and it's a horrendous problem that we should be ashamed of as a
Yeah.
nation. Yeah, and luckily our workplace where Rick works, they're understanding to the way that because he wasn't at work at all this week because it's very hard for him at times.
Yeah.
And I mean, major credit goes out to them for being that understanding. And I'm sure that a lot of places aren't that understanding, even though everybody likes to say that they support the troops and support the military. It's easy to say. It's not easy to live through. It really isn't.
No.
And it's not easy to actually do because like when you have somebody who is working for you and they're not showing up to work every day, people go, well, why isn't this guy showing up to fucking work, right? Everybody says it. Sometimes people actually have real problems.
Yeah, I know. A good buddy of mine served in the Marines, and he actually just had a friend recently commit suicide. It's a common. It's just
extremely
common. Yeah, dude, you have to look it up, dude. I think there's a stat like how many veterans kill themselves like a minute in this country.
It's an insane amount.
Yeah.
It really is. Yeah.
And Kevin, that's why, like, dude, I was like, when we were talking about, like, that's why I was being hard on the VA, for example, because of just
Like, you think they don't do a good enough job? That they should do better.
But just like the issues they've had, like where people, like veterans, have to wait months to sometimes even see a doctor, or like the exam rooms were just filthy and gross, just stuff like that. Like,
well, yeah, that's the thing. If there is any VA like that, they should be ashamed of themselves.
Yeah,
they 100% should be. I don't think they're that bad here.
But see, Kevin, that's why some people have proposed, though, too, with the VAs, to close some of the smaller ones down that just, it's not very populated.
Yeah,
take the money they're getting and put it to the more crowded,
the better ones.
Yeah, I think
the ones
that
that actually
VA is
deserve
pretty
it.
good, right?
What, Pat?
I think the Cleveland VA is pretty decent.
That's the thing. I think it is, and I know that. I think that our uncle and our grandpa have never had an issue there. They like it, right? Actually, our grandpa likes Lake West, which I don't know why. He likes that shithole, but as far as I know, the VA is pretty good here. Which it should be, though. Ohio's a state where the VA should be good. You know what I mean? Yeah. What else the fuck do we have here? Like, Ohio's got Cleveland Clinic, which is a great clinic. We should have a great VA. That's like one of the big things we have here.
Hey, real quick, I wanted to ask you guys about this. What about the link I sent earlier about the healthcare workers that have to pay state income tax still in New York? Isn't that fucked up?
That is fucked up. I didn't see it. What did you say?
Weren't they only there for like a month? Some of them even like some of them weren't even there that long. And they're coming
obviously it's way higher than like in Ohio or Pennsylvania or whatever, right?
That's the issue. Yeah, that's the issue. And my whole point is, like, you have people coming across the country in a pandemic to help you guys.
Yeah, Cuomo should definitely fix that.
Dude, I mean,
wait, I want to see. Hold on. Yeah, it says healthcare heroes who came from around the country to help fight the coronavirus outbreak in New York will still have to pay state income taxes, according to Governor Andrew Cuomo. The taxes would also affect Samaritan's Purse, a Christian aid organization that set up a temporary hospital in Central Park. We're not in a position to provide any subsidies right now because we have a $13 billion deficit, Cuomo said during his daily press briefing.
And real quick, who's that deficit is whose fault, though? It's mostly his, because before he got there, their deficit was nothing like that.
Really?
Yes, it was nowhere near that bad.
Yeah, but it has a lot of
stats on that,
doesn't it, or no?
I don't know. Let's see if I can find this. Come with your facts next time, Matt.
Yeah, right here, Bloomberg. He ran up a $6.1 billion deficit. Dude, that's a lot. It's the first. This is on Bloomberg.
Let me see. So this was in January of 2020. It says, how will Cuomo close New York's $6 billion budget deficit?
And then he raised it. Go ahead.
Governor Andrew Cuomo will present his budget proposal for coming fiscal year on Tuesday, with New York facing the worst financial condition since he took office in 2011. The $6 billion deficit will loom large over the state capitol for the next several months as Cuomo and lawmakers need to close the gap in hopes of having an on-time budget for the fiscal year that starts April 1st. Obviously, that did not happen because of all this shit. Cuomo has laid out dozens of agenda items for 2020, but he has stayed clear from offering any specific plans on how he will close the deficit. So this doesn't say how much he actually increased it by. When he entered office, Cuomo last dealt with a deficit of this magnitude in 2011 when he entered office facing a $10 billion deficit. So he entered with $10 billion, and then this year he actually only had $6 billion. So he closed the deficit by a decent amount. That's $4 billion closed, Matt.
Well, I'm just saying, I've got it right here that he ran up a $6.1 billion deficit besides a strong, and then New York's got a strong economy. And this was from December of 19, so not that long ago.
Well, I mean, maybe he ran. Well, here's the thing. Maybe he had a $10 billion deficit, and then he closed that, right? And then he put together like a new budget or something that would put them like $6 billion in debt. That happens all the time, right? It's really not that bad. But I don't know. Coming into office in 2011 and had a $10 billion deficit. If he brought that down to 0 and now he's back up to 6, he's still in the plus.
I mean, did he bring it all the way down to 0?
I don't know, but either way,
there's no way he did, though.
No, yeah, I'm not saying that he did, but I'm saying either way, when he entered office, there was a $10 billion deficit. So now he.
Well, regardless of this, so they should have to pay a fucking income tax.
Yeah, but like at the same time, I mean, I don't know.
I mean, they should pay it. I mean, I know how it works.
They should pay their taxes for where you're from.
Well, yeah, but I mean, where
It's where
So
you.
they're paying double.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that doesn't fly.
Because, dude,
Get your shit together, Cuomo.
how do you pay a state income tax when you don't live there?
Well, you're working there. You should be.
Yeah.
I mean, a lot of places do make you pay for where you're working at.
Is it double or is it just they're paying the New York tax?
I thought I read double. Maybe it's just their tax. But here's my whole point, though. It's not like they just went there to work for the hell of it. Dude, I'm just saying, you had people there that went there during a pandemic to help you guys out because you're short staffed. COVID's everywhere around there. Like, dude, think about it. If all those people didn't go there, it still might be running rampant there for all you know.
Well, here's my problem though with all this, Matt. We should all be looking to help each other at this point, right? And whether or not Cuomo wants to give these people tax breaks or something like that, but he like I fucking hate Mitch McConnell and the fact that he says we're not interested in rescuing badly run states from mistakes they made completely unrelated to the coronavirus. None of this is completely unrelated to the coronavirus. They started
But also,
this year.
look at the
$6
government
billion.
money Kentucky gets, and look at the government money New York gets.
Yeah,
Kentucky
is nowhere
is
near.
financed.
It's not per capita.
Kentucky is financed by New York, basically.
Yeah, well, here's the thing, and especially most, it's disgusting. Yeah, I don't want to get into it, but yeah, I fucking hate Kentucky because they keep voting this retard back in. They should be ashamed of themselves. Mitch McConnell should be dead.
Should be dead.
I mean, he's a waste of human flesh.
Yeah, he looks like a turtle and he's a douchebag.
It's just every time I hate it. He's just horrible. He's a horrible person. All he does is use people and take advantage of less knowledgeable people. Which is, I mean, I guess how you get big in politics in general. But the fact that he says this, though, we're not interested in rescuing badly run states from the mistakes they made completely unrelated to the coronavirus. So basically, we're not going to help anybody out, right? And then Trump backs him up and says, "I don't think Republicans want to be in a position where they bail out states that have been mismanaged over a long period of time." How is that mismanaging, though? That even if we take a look at it when he entered office in 2011 with what was it? I don't know, a $10 billion deficit, 11 billion.
10, you said, yeah.
Yeah, 10 billion deficit, and even now this year, if he started it at 6 when he came into the year, and now it's up to 13 because it costs a lot of money to fight this virus. It does. It costs a lot of money to shut everything down. It costs a lot of money to provide all this healthcare and to organize everything that they've been doing. Even Ohio, it costs a lot of money here too. So the fact that the president of your country doesn't want to aid a state just because they're like the governor of that state doesn't agree with him is ridiculous. I mean, am I wrong there? Just because he doesn't like Governor Cuomo, he is going to not provide any help to his citizens in his country?
Right. I mean, he's just a petty guy. I mean, it's just
But it's petty. It's pettiness at the cost of human lives.
Right.
And I know that he doesn't care, but at least pretend like you do. Yeah, and I know Matt has nothing to say on this topic.
I have no opinion on this. I don't know enough about it.
I mean, I'm just reading quotes and telling you exactly what's said right here.
So about that trivia.
I had a question lined up. Where is?
Real quick, I just want to go back to the thing that I was talking about before we switched to this about the Navajo Nation needing water. So because nobody here was helping them out and the government here wasn't helping them out, a lot of people from Ireland actually, I guess, donated. How much was it? Do any of you remember?
No, but it was actually a good amount though.
Millions.
It was a couple. Yeah, it was in the million or million.
Yeah, because back what was like during the famine,
during the Great Famine in Ireland. So a lot of people didn't help Ireland out during the Great Famine.
They sent money.
Yeah, it says many of the recent donors to the fund have come from Ireland. So there's a GoFundMe page, and it's to support volunteers bringing groceries, water, and health supplies to the vulnerable people in the Navajo Nation because they are extremely vulnerable to COVID-19 because a lot of them can't even wash their hands right now when they want to. And anybody listening to this who didn't know about, I didn't know about this either. I didn't realize it was this bad. But we should all feel ashamed that there's people living in this country like this.
Real quick though, obviously I know they can't wash their hands, but how? I mean, are people actually like leaving like this reservation and coming back? You know what I mean? Like, how are they actually putting the COVID?
Probably.
Okay, I don't know. I mean, I'm
It
just
says
saying
that
if you can't afford running, I just don't know like where else they would be going. That's all I'm saying.
I don't know. It says that I'm not sure. It says that they have a high number of people in high risk groups, such as those that are diabetic, asthmatic, or have cancer. COVID-19 rates among the community are also higher per capita than almost all U.S. states. That's all it says. I don't know. Either way, I mean, I certainly believe this, right? It's not hard to believe,
No.
given this country's history. But yeah, so there's a GoFundMe page set up for that. And it says many of the recent donors from the fund came from Ireland, with messages on the message board making reference to the support of the Native American people during the Ireland's Great Famine. Despite facing starvation and poverty themselves, the people of the Choctaw Nation contributed $170, which is about 3,950 euros today, to send food aid when they heard about Ireland's struggle. So somebody from Ireland recently thanked the Navajo Nation while they were visiting here in 2018. Like, Ireland has not forgotten the aid that the Choctaw people provided them during that time. So that is why they're giving it back now. And I guess that this is actually like a pretty well-known, I didn't know about it, but it's actually a fairly well-known like community that the Irish and like the Choctaw Nation like are there for each other now. They I don't know. It was just very interesting to me. It's not long.
However much Ireland gives, I'm sure Poland will match.
I would hope everybody should match it. I mean, if the United States isn't going to take care of these people, somebody should help them. It says not long before the Great Hunger Famine in Ireland, 60,000 Native Americans, including the Choctaw people, had suffered through the experience of the Trail of Tears. The death of many of the Trail of Tears sparked empathy for the Irish people in their time of need. Thus, the Choctaw extended $170 of relief aid, and then 173 years later, today, the favors returned through the generous donations of the Irish people. And it said they donated like some millions, so 1.6 million. Just people in Ireland. It wasn't their government or anything, just random people for this GoFundMe, which that was just really interesting. Anyway, which leads me to my next point, which is our official / unofficial / we have no official partnership with these people, but there is something called the Navajo waterproject.org, and it's by Dig Deep. It is 100% not profit. 100% of donations go to the Navajo people to help them get water.
They've raised 231 grand.
What?
I said they've raised 231,000 already.
Yeah, and that's just for 2020.
Yeah.
So it's really cool. It's a great charity. I've done a lot of research into it. They show you exactly how they do it. And if you really want to, obviously you can buy gifts. They have like blankets that the Navajo people make. You can just give to them as well. You can also, I don't know, if you're more of a high roller, you can donate $3,100 to give a family like running water, and you will have donated directly to that family. But obviously you can just donate $5. It doesn't matter what you donate. It's just a good thing. It's a good charity. It is one that I have personally donated to, and I'm probably going to choose the give monthly option going forward because I don't know. I feel like people should. That's all. That's my point. That was it.
Good point.
Let's get to the trivia.
Thank you.
Yep.
Uncle Matt, turn on NBA TV, bro.
I can't right now.
Well, it's your boy.
He's got one hand on the keyboard, the other hand on his crank.
Rockets Mavs from 05. It's a highlight of your boy.
Oh God!
His hand immediately went to his crank.
They're playing the full game, dude.
I love that man.
Yep, they're playing the game right now. Yao Ming. All right. So, first question.
All right.
Who betrayed Jesus to the Romans?
Hold on. Oh, Judas.
Yes.
Yep. Because I remember, what did it say? What is it from that? How dare, even Judas had the good whatever to kill himself afterwards or something. What is that from?
That's funny. I don't know.
Yeah. Hold on.
What was the question?
Did he kill himself?
Something like that.
What was the question?
Who betrayed Jesus to the Romans?
I mean, wasn't it Judas?
It was Judas.
Yeah.
But it's
Yeah,
something
that's
like
what
even Judas had the good grace to like kill himself afterwards or something
Yeah, I was
like
gonna say
that.
it was Judas.
What is that from? I don't know. Yeah, I'll get back on that.
Okay. Where's the next question?
What's the next one?
Okay, Matt. Catherine the Great of Russia was born in which country?
I mean, you got any options for me here?
I'm asking you for a reason.
You're asking me for a reason. What's the first letter? Will that give it away?
Yeah, it's your favorite country.
Poland.
Yeah, there you go.
Fuck yeah. Got
Yeah,
Poland.
you're
What a great
welcome.
place. What a great place.
Sorry, there's like 1,000 questions on here. I'm picking through. Which soul singer sang "Sittin' on the Dock of the Bay"?
It's a soul song?
Yeah, it's an old ass song by a black dude.
Was he in a band?
I don't think so. Sitting on the dock of the bay. Sitting on the dock of the bay.
Oh.
Kev, any idea? He gone.
What's the current question?
Who's
I zoned out for a
sang?
minute there.
Who sang "Sitting on the Dock of the Bay"?
Oh, I don't know.
Otis Redding.
Oh, okay.
I mean, Pat, you can give us some clues or some.
Wait, I heard you.
choices.
I heard you mention a question about Catherine the Great. What was that one?
She was born in Poland.
Oh, was she?
That's right.
What?
Where did she rule? Russia?
Yep.
Yeah.
What Chicago Bears running back was known as the Galloping Ghost? Jim
I don't
Brown,
know.
Walter Payton, Gale Sayers, Harold Grange.
I'm gonna say Gale Sayers because I don't remember people calling Walter Payton that, but I'm not sure.
Nope.
Was it Walter Payton?
No,
It had to have been.
Red
It had
Grange.
to have,
Harold,
yeah, I was
Harold
gonna
Grange.
say it had to have been.
Oh, wasn't Gale Sayers on the Bears though?
Yeah, those were all Bears running backs except for Jim Brown.
I don't think Jim Brown was. How dare you question me?
Which pitcher holds the record for most complete games in an MLB career? Nolan Ryan, Cy Young, Don Sutton, or Roy Halladay?
It's got to be Cy Young.
I'm gonna say Roy Halladay.
Cy Young.
Yeah, it's got to be
749.
Yeah, it had to be. Dude, I mean, dude, he's got an award named after him for Christ's sake.
Well, but
I
also
just figured he was good. I didn't know it was longevity.
Yeah.
Crazy. What else you got? Anything non-sports related?
Yeah. Yes. Well, because you weren't paying attention, so I was going to sports trivia.
Sorry, I was trying to look up the Judas line. It was from some show. I can't remember what it was. It was funny.
What tree can be found? Well, excuse me. What tree can be English, American, or Eurasian?
Oak.
Matthew.
I'm gonna go something crazy here. I'm gonna say pine.
I'm feeling a hint of pine. The answer is elm. Elm tree.
Cool.
Yeah, Pat, I'm not an arborist. I wouldn't know that.
Oh, look at him though. He knows the word arborist. That's big. I'm not even making fun of you, Matt. Honestly, that's big.
Well, I mean,
A lot of people, I bet. No, seriously, I bet you if you asked a lot of people who you said, what is an arborist, they wouldn't know that it has to deal with trees.
Yeah, I mean, we have an
Arbor kid.
I mean, we have an arborist at work. That's.
Yeah, I mean, that's cool. That's good knowledge. I like that.
What country was once named New France?
What country was New France? The United States.
No.
Yeah, I don't know.
I mean, can we any choices?
The Netherlands.
No.
Germany.
No choices. Just know it.
Wait, hold on.
Spain.
Is it a popular country?
Sure.
Probably somewhere in Africa or some shithole.
No, wait, hold on. It's called New France.
It was called New
New-
France. Now it's called
Newfoundland.
something.
Newfoundland.
No, so it's got to have a lot of French people, I'm assuming.
Canada.
Yeah, I was gonna say Canada, maybe.
Canada. Yep.
It's
I'm saying
Canada.
it's got to have a
Yeah,
lot
I
of
know.
French people.
Yeah, it's Canada.
United States. You should be ashamed of yourself.
Yeah, I don't fucking know.
I'm surprised you don't know that. You're a geography and history buff.
I am, yeah, but I don't care about France, to be honest with you. And I really don't know that much about Canada. Not that I don't like Canada. Canada's awesome, but I really don't know that much about them. I know that the French went there, yeah, and I know that Ontario is very French. But you sound so he's so confused. He reminds me of John Travolta. That like the meme of him just like walking around looking. That's Pat right now. What? Where am I?
100,000 general knowledge questions.
Fuck yeah! All right, hit
Carl
me. Come on.
and the Passions. Carl and
I've
the
never-
Passions
I haven't heard
changed
of
the
them.
band name to what?
The Temptations.
Matt, you have a guess?
The Ohio Players.
The Ohio Players.
I don't know. Carl. Who's Carl? Carl Malone.
Carl and the Passions changed the band
The
name
Temptations
to
was a
what?
good guess, wasn't it? I
All
don't think any of the Temptations.
Wait, hold on.
Carl.
Are they a popular group?
Sure. You better not be Googling this, you douche.
I'm not.
Oh, is this Boys to Men?
No.
Give me a hint.
They were around at the same time as the Beatles, you could say.
I don't know.
And it's not the
Temptations.
Rolling Stones.
Is it the Temptations?
No.
You never told me yes or no.
Okay, hold on. Around the Beatles' time, they were popular. They're not the Stones. Well, I only know one other band.
He's Googling it.
I'm not. I swear to God, I have my hands in the air. I'm not googling anything.
What is it?
What other band?
This is a total guess. I'm gonna say the Beach Boys then.
Yeah, you looked it up, you douchebag.
I
He
did
looked
not
it up.
Pat, that's the only group I
I only
know
know,
around the
I only
Beatles
know
time.
one. Yeah,
Yeah.
right, dude. You never heard of
shit.
Led Zeppelin?
Popular around the Beatles time?
Led Zeppelin was popular around the Beatles
Dude,
time.
I like Led Zeppelin. I knew they.
You never
weren't
heard of the
fucking
Jimi Hendrix Experience?
Hey, dude, I like Led
He looked it
Zeppelin.
up.
I knew they were not Carl and the Passions or whatever before.
Okay, so who's named Carl in the Beach Boys?
I have no idea.
Right now,
I
yeah,
don't
exactly.
know.
He looked it up. Stop cheating, Matt.
What's the point of cheating in this? Is there a prize in this? Do I win something?
You don't, no.
No.
I have nothing to give you.
Who the fuck
How
would say
many-
the Beach Boys for that?
How many rings?
I love the Beach Boys.
How many rings on the Olympic
6.
flag?
Oh,
Hold on. I'm gonna say 6.
I think it's either 5 or 7. Isn't it an odd number? I think it's 5.
5.
Yeah.
Oh, you cheater! You looked it up.
Well, I couldn't even
You
look it up
looked
that
it
quick.
up.
You can hear me. You can hear me when I type.
Yeah, you and that mechanical fucking keyboard.
That's right. At least you know I'm not cheating. And I don't even have my phone. I don't even know where the fuck it is actually. Anyway, next question.
I'm looking. Who has won the most Oscars?
Ooh,
Tom Hanks.
it's definitely not Leo.
No. You're never going to guess this.
Oh, then why ask it?
How about
Sidney Poitier.
No, he's dead.
Oh,
He's dead and his head is frozen.
Walt Disney.
Yeah.
Wow, I didn't expect that at all.
He's dead and his head is frozen.
It's
I
true.
mean, those are great clues.
That was a great clue. I got it immediately.
Cheater.
Next one. Next victim.
What is the currency of Austria?
Ooh. I don't know. It's not the ruble. That's Russian. The Austrian, it's not the franc. It's not the Deutschmark. Maybe it is the Deutschmark. I'm going to go Deutschmark.
Correct answer?
What is it?
Euro?
Shilling.
Oh, really? The shilling.
Yes.
That was from Great Britain. A shilling was something that they had in their currency, like pound, shilling. That's interesting. Good to know.
Dude, how is it not the
Which
euro?
part? I don't know.
Are they part of the European Union?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it may be the euro as part of their currency, but they in England they also still have the pound, right? They have two separate things. They have the euro and the
Oh,
pound.
yeah.
So maybe they have just
Retarded.
have both.
Retarded.
Which
It is retarded.
part?
No, that's retarded. Yeah.
Which part of the human body contains the most gold?
Your teeth.
It could be teeth, but
Hey, people get a gold tooth, man.
I'm gonna say. Hold on, Pat. Let me think about this. Contains the most gold. I'm gonna say liver.
No.
Liver or kidney?
No.
What is it?
Matt, do you have a guess?
I said teeth or
Why
your
do
mouth.
Why do you sound so weird now,
I
Patrick?
don't know. My computer was dying, and I unplugged. I guess I didn't have it plugged in. I don't know. Do I sound weird now?
All right, what is it, Pat? Yeah. It sounds like you're coming through your computer and not the actual microphone.
Matt loves it.
Hey, typical tech problems.
Yeah, typical problems with Pat.
Hold on.
Hey, he calls us dumb cooks that sit in the basement.
Yeah,
Hold on.
I know he's an idiot.
My settings thing.
Hey, Kevin, hold on. I'm gonna FaceTime you right now, and check out my computer for me.
Yeah, this is the stuff that the avid listeners don't hear. Patrick having fucking technical problems
My
every
settings
week.
window won't even work on the Zencaster thing.
All right, don't worry about it. Let's just continue. This is stupid. Pat, you don't sound that bad. It just sounds different. We can still hear you. Stop it. You're coming through your microphone on your computer. Just keep talking.
What?
Every click you make, we can hear.
I can't take it. This dude is he's a moron.
What was the first James Bond film?
Oh, From Russia with Love.
Nope.
Well, that's the first one with Sean Connery. What's his face was there a little bit earlier. Is it Dr.
Dr.
No?
No.
Yeah.
All right, let's end this podcast because obviously something ain't working. I gotta pee.
All right.
All right. Well, hold on a second, Pat. I got something here for you. I got something right here for you, Pat. You know what this is?
Yeah, I know what that is.
What's that, Pat?
That's a gun cock.
That's right.
The bull carrier group moving. Oh yeah.
That's right.
All right. Well, Matt, say goodbye.
Right.
The Yotes,
Later,
say
guys.
goodbye.
Well,
all right.
Goodbye,
Peace
all.
out.
Remember, donate to the Navajo Nation.